Okay. All right. Good evening. My name is Ijoma Ubachi. You're welcome, everyone, to today's podcast episode. We're going to be discussing whether or not tech is still what it is in 2026. And with me, I'm joined by Temi Tayo. Please, Temi Tayo, introduce yourself. Who are you? For those that don't know, tell them.
Okay, I'm Timitayo, just as she said, and I'm a data analyst and educator. What I do in simple terms is to help people and organizations make better decisions with their data. I mean, data is everywhere, so why not? I work with Excel a lot, and of course, other data tools. And beyond the tools that I work with, I my focus is on helping people understand what data is saying and how to actually use it in real life. Then I'm also very passionate about helping beginners get it right with learning data analytics and also sharing my knowledge in data analytics to the community. Thank you very much for having me once
I
again.
like that. I like that. We love a benevolent queen, somebody that shares knowledge. Let's have it.
Clock it.
Woo! Like it. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'll ask you questions and then you walk me through it. Okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so can you walk me through your tech journey? When did you start? How did you start? What's the backstory?
My tech journey. Okay. You want the full story, right? The
Yeah,
details.
the whole story.
Okay, so I've told this story over and over again. I'm always happy to talk about it. So I started to know about data during my NYSC. I went for a conference, and the conference was actually about how data analytics can be incorporated into geoscience. So I actually studied geology. I mean, in school, I was all about rocks that have been existing since ages. So it has been all about rocks. But then that day, I actually was introduced into data, although not fully, but I was able to have an understanding of how data can be implemented in several fields, especially geoscience. And then there is this woman that came and spoke. She was a general manager at one of the leading oil companies in Nigeria. And then she talked about how data can actually be implemented in geoscience and all of that. So I was very, very intrigued and inspired by her. I mean, seeing a young woman at that level, I was like, I can be here someday. So I approached her and I said, and I was like, I want to I want to go for my master's degree and I do not know what to go for. I don't know. I don't really Please don't let my lecturers hear this. I don't really like geoscience, but but I want to go for my master's degree. And she was like, and I told her that I was confused. I didn't know what to go for. And she said, anything data works. That's the only thing she said. Anything data works. And I was like, anything data, what does she mean? I said, okay, thank you, ma. And then I just left. So that was that for that period. And then few weeks after, I was at my CDS and we were queuing. And I just heard some girls having a conversation around data. And one of them said, there's money in data. Oh, data is oil money. I say, hey, as I heard money like this, my ear just, okay, this is why I said anything data works. And now somebody's talking about there is money in data. Okay, let's look at the money that actually is in data. So I went online and I started searching for data analytics roadmaps. I started following data analysts online on Twitter, especially. I stumbled upon a roadmap and then I self-learned data analytics. So I first applied for Coursera course. I think it was free at that point. Then I started learning, and the story that was how I started initially, and it has been an amazing journey so far. Although I've not seen the money that they said is there. I hope to
Don't
see
worry, the
it.
money will come. The money will come. Oh my god, it's so amazing that you taught yourself data analyst. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well done. Well
Thank you.
done. So let's dive into the big question.
Okay.
Is tech what is it 2026?
It's just like saying, is healthcare still worth it in 2026? Or saying, is education still worth it in 2026? I mean, tech is here to stay. It has always been in existence for the longest. I mean, it's just recently that people just started um, actually experiencing it fully, and people started seeing it as a field that they need to dive into, and then it's now looking like it's saturated. Tech would always be worth it. And is it worth getting into? I think it is worth getting into in 2026, but not just in the way people used to think about it. I mean, the era where you just learn one to apply everywhere and get hired easily is mostly gone. I mean, it's not just about learning one thing and sticking and saying, no, this is the only thing I want to know, and then you just go with it. But if you're willing to actually build skills, you want to solve problems, and you want to understand how tech connect to real business, I mean real life, you understand, then there is still a lot of opportunity out there. So tech is what it has always been, and it is to always be. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I like your answer because, of course, tech is worth it because the world is going global, right? And like, if you don't know how to code, if you don't know anything tech, you're one step behind already. So tech is
Exactly.
worth it. I was going to ask you if you think that the tech space is overcrowded, but then you kind of answered that. Do you want to just add more details to that already? Do you think the tech space is overcrowded?
Okay. Well, I think certain rules are right. Everyone seems to be rushing into the same few rules. I'll not mention, but everyone seems to be rushing into a particular role because it looks
Yeah.
glamorous. It looks like
Yeah.
this is the easiest way out. And then when they
Mhm.
when they get into it, they discover that it is not just as it seems. I mean, somebody told me I will find money in tech. Anyway, that's story for another day. So meanwhile, there are actually a lot of roles that need people with strong fundamental and problem solving skills. You understand? But they are not really trending on social media. Those kind of roles are not really trending on social media. So the issue isn't that tech is full. The issue is that some people are often copying other people's career path because of the kind of lifestyle that they tend to showcase on the internet, because of how people tend to, and even some tutorials and classes, because of how they present it to their potential students. It makes it look like this is the only path that can give you the results that you want, right? So I don't think tech is oversaturated. I mean, tech is really broad. There are some roles that you would hear and you'll be like, oh, is this actually really in tech? Yeah, tech is a broad field on its own, and there are different sectors, there are different roles therein. So I don't think it's overcrowded, but I think some certain roles are actually. Thank you.
I agree with you on that. I 100% agree. Thank you very much. I like that answer. So, what's the day to day of a data analyst like? Give us the inside scoop. Give us the tea. We want to know what's the day to day of your career.
Uh okay, I would say I'll first start by saying it differs. I mean, it depends on the actual data role.
Mm-hmm.
So there is the general data analyst and there is the niche specific data analyst, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say, did you ask about data analyst or tech? Data
Data,
analyst. Okay.
yes.
Okay, so and for me, I'll call myself a general data analyst, but I am in the research sector, right? So I see the end to end of data analysis. I'm talking about starting from understanding the indicators that you are trying to get from your data, down to actually designing your questionnaire, up until collecting the data, cleaning the data, analyzing the data, writing the reports, and even presenting the insight to your client. So that is the kind of my kind of day to day as a data analyst. Others could be designing dashboards or working with business intelligence too. I currently do not work with business intelligence too, right? But I work with other research tools like Stata R, Excel, and other data collection tools. So generally, I believe that data analysis role is not just about sitting down to analyze data all day. Some days, a whole week, you can just be attending meetings, trying to understand the scope of a particular project, the objective of the project, trying to design questionnaire and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, a typical day might involve cleaning data, attending to meetings to understand what your clients actually want, checking the numbers. If you're working with numbers and sales report, you're probably checking your numbers every day. You are communicating with stakeholders, you are working within a team to achieve a certain data related goal, right? Basically, you're trying to help the business. So whatever you do as a data analyst within a particular period of time can actually be either technical or non-technical, as long as it is towards achieving the goals that the team or the company have set generally. I believe I answered the question, did I?
Yes, you did. So some days you're technical, some days you're in the meeting, some days you're non-technical, some days you're understanding the concept of the task you're being given. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so what skills would you say helped you grow faster in your career?
Skill. So when you say skill, do you mean the technical skill or the soft skill or just skill in
I just
general?
want a little bit of everything. We like a little bit of razzle dazzle, just a little bit.
I like
Whichever
it.
one helps. Whichever one helps. Yeah, tell us.
Okay, what skill? I'll start with soft skill and I would say communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that would bring me to a story that I don't think I've told the story before. I think I have. It's actually about my recent job. So during the technical interview, I actually did some kind of mistake. And if they would look at that mistake, they would actually not hire me. But guess what? As soon as I got into the company, they eventually did, but I didn't know why. As soon as I got into the company, my boss made me understand that I was actually hired not because of my technical skill. Of course, my technical skill was okay, and if they would consider the mistake, I would not be hired. But I was majorly hired because of the way I communicated. Now, when they identified the issue with my presentation, because I made a presentation, I kind of said something like, "Oh, I understand that this mistake has been done, and I would work on it and just try to make sure that I correct it and all of that." So the way I answered the question, I was really confident, right? And then I communicated it well. So it made me understand that my communication skill actually topped it. Do you understand? It made them actually think twice about letting this girl go, and I'm sure they are not regretting it now because I did try.
Yes, you are. Yes, yes,
So
you are.
anyway, communication skill has helped me so far. And then I would say interpersonal relationship as well. That's connecting with people, letting people basically know what you do and connecting. Okay, I already said connecting. Then for technical skill, I would not say the two because any tool can actually make you stand out. Like the main thing is for you to be able to translate business problem into something that you can actually solve, right? Actually, be when you are able to. What I'm trying to say in essence is your problem solving skill. I think I'm more focused on soft skill because your soft skill can actually make or mar your career, and that's just the plain truth. You can know how to use Excel, Power BI, SQL, and the likes, but if your soft skill is not strong enough, you are not building that soft skill, then it's just going to be a matter of time before it becomes a disaster, right? So my soft skill have actually helped me. And for technical skill, just knowing how to use these tools that we have learned to solve business problems, basically. Thank you.
I like that. Thank you so much for giving us the inside scoop, the inside gist. I like that. Thank you very much. So, what's one mistake you see beginners make in the tech field?
Ah, you want me to say it?
Yes, please say it.
Mm. Okay.
Talk it, say it. Let us hear it.
Okay, I will not fear. Amdoranalytics got me, so I shall not fear.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've said it a couple of times. One big mistake that I know is a very big mistake that I see people trying doing is trying to learn everything at once. I mean, where are you rushing to? You just started SQL, you've jumped into Python, right? And I've seen this happen over and over again. And that is why I kind of use my platform to talk about it, right? Don't try to learn everything at once. Okay. Don't jump from Excel to SQL to Python to this without actually mastering any of these tools. Another mistake I see is focusing too much on the tools. You see, this one actually affects people a lot. And it starts from skipping the basics, right? When you're not really trying to understand the basics, but you're focusing on how can I get the results? You're not focusing on the process, understanding the process, right? It's actually a mistake that I see people do because tools will change. You can use Excel while you're learning, and
Yeah.
then when you get to a particular career, you got to a particular company, you're working with Power BI. What are you going to do at that point? Would you say because you use Excel, you're not be able to? But it's your level of understanding of how you can actually solve problems with these tools that will help you in the long run, and it will make it easy for you to actually learn other tools. So I always encourage people, beginners especially to slow down, take it one step. I posted something like this today. I said, take it one step. Nobody's rushing you. Please calm down. Take it one step. I mean, those people that you see that are probably doing well in data analytics, they started from a particular point. They did not just jump. And even if they jumped, I'm sure they eventually realized that it was not necessary and kind of had to tame it down. So slow down, build your foundation. Don't skip the foundation at all. Don't skip Excel functions and jump to dashboard building. Don't skip the basic parts of SQL and just jump to, in fact, SQL, they don't burn you, you know, people skip. So, sorry.
Fine, no, it's fine. I like that.
This is recorded though. If you are listening to this is not anyways. So the tools will change, but your mindset, the way you think and the way you solve problems would not change. So you have to be able to transfer your
Can you hear me? Temitayo, can you hear me?
everything at the same time. So I hope I answered the question. Thank you.
Can you hear me? We lost you a bit there. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Sorry, my network went off. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you clearly. You were saying you have to be able to transfer your skills.
Yes. And focus on mastering one tool at a time. Don't rush. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, what would you advise beginners who want to go into data analytics? What would you advise them? Like, if you were to give a beginner, somebody who is aspiring to be where you are, what's one advice you would give them? Where should they start? Where should they begin?
Okay. I would say know your why first. And what I mean by know your why is know why you want to be a data analyst in the first place. You have to make sure that you really understand what you are getting into, because the journey is not rosy. I mean, a lot of people say you can become a data analyst in 3 months, in 4 months, and I do not dispute that, but it is not easy, right? It is not a journey that you can just jump into. And yes, I jumped into it because I heard there is money, but at the same time, I still tried as much as possible to stay in it, even when the money wasn't forthcoming. So it's easy for some beginners to immediately sway when it looks like, data analytics is hard. I didn't think it was going to be this hard. Oh, I didn't think I was going to learn this much tools. Oh, I didn't think that the money wasn't going to come. I mean, you are learning, you only started learning 3 months ago, and you're already thinking you're going to get your dream job. It's not possible. I mean, okay, I would not say it's not possible, because if you're an outlier, it's possible. Let me just put it that way. That's just the truth. Because you have to give it time. You have to give yourself time. Be patient with yourself. Now, I would not tell you to learn it too. I will not tell you go and, if you ask me for a roadmap, I will give you a roadmap. But if you ask me for advice, sisterly advice, I would say that you should be patient with yourself. Give yourself enough time to learn, to really learn. And another thing that I want to say is, if you are building in public as a data analyst, don't be tempted to start to try to look like the perfect one. It is very easy to be tempted to look that way. Make sure that you are not focusing on the results, right? And you are showing your process. You are showing that you are growing. You are showing that you are overcoming challenges that are coming your way, right? You're showing that you're actually somebody that is consistent, that is resilient, that have the strong will to keep on, to keep going, and all of that. Just make sure that you take it one step at a time. You focus on building your skill well, right? And then build in public. See, if you ask me, I would say you should build in public, to be very, very honest, because building in public can open a lot of opportunities for you, right? If I was not building in public, I wouldn't get some of the opportunities that I've gotten, or some of the visibility that I've gotten. My current
Mm,
job, I got it because I was building in public,
mm,
right? So build in public, but at the same time, don't try to look perfect. Don't wait until you have the perfect dashboard, until you have solved the perfect tool. Show your journey, show your process. Okay, so
mm,
that's the sisterly advice that I would give you. So if I want to come to the technical part of it, I already mentioned a few earlier. I already talked about not focusing on, I mean, not trying to learn all tools at the same time. Make sure you have a roadmap. Now, if you don't have money to pay for structured classes, which I strongly advise, pay for structured classes, but at the same time, make sure that you are careful about the kind of classes that you pay for, that you attend. Make sure that you can actually get to see what you want to learn. And if you have a mentor, you can reach out to the mentor to help you check the curriculum or something like that, just to make sure that you're on the right path. Then if you are doing self-learning, make sure that you prepare a thorough roadmap for yourself, because there can be a lot of noise. One person is telling you to start with SQL, another person is telling you to start with Python. They are talking about their realities, and they are not wrong, because that was how they started. But you have to know what you want to do. Prepare a roadmap for yourself so that you do not sway from the path that you want to go to. Then I think I should have started with this. Decide the kind of niche that you want to be in. Now,
mm,
people are there are some, give and take about, should I niche down, should I not niche down? I would not say niche down, I would not say not niche down, but decide for yourself. For example, myself, when I was at the conference, I was thinking of how to bring data into geoscience. But on the long run, I said, no, I don't want to do geoscience, right? I want to do something else, right? Now, if you love your field wholeheartedly, maybe you are in healthcare, you are in logistics, supply chain, and all of that, and you want to actually stay in your field and bring data analytics into your field, my dear, you can start with Python, because somebody said you should start with Python. No, now you would have to find out the tool that works in your field. So make sure you find out whatever works in your, I mean, research. And if you want to come into research, or you want to start with research, you are learning research tools like Stata, like R, depending on what the potential companies or what is in vogue, so to say, right? So you want to make sure that you actually know what you want to do, know your why, like I said, and know your what, right? Then when you discover that, create a roadmap for yourself. If you want to pay for a structured learning, make sure that the curriculum aligns with what you want to do. Remember that you already know what you want to do, right? And then with that, I believe that as you go on, you you continue to build your knowledge, you build in public, and you do all of that, then you're good to go. I hope I didn't speak for too long.
Fantastic answer. I like that. I like that so much. Felt like you were holding my hand, so I was interested in that. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Take you to land your first job, like your dream job. Have you landed your dream job? Okay. Well, how long did it take you to land your first job then?
Dream job, okay. Hey, my sister. We are getting there by God's grace.
Amen.
Okay. Your question was, how did I land my first job,
How
right?
long did it take you to land your first job?
Okay, so I would say like a year. Yes, a year actually. Yes, a year after I started my learning. And I actually got it from WhatsApp. Oh, funny enough. WhatsApp, yes. And okay, it was actually from an acquaintance that saw somebody's status. So the person posted the need for a data analyst. The pay was actually very small, but that was my first role. So the person posted the need for a data analyst. She saw it on that person's status, made a screenshot, and just sent it to me. And I was at first I was like, I'm not even ready for a job now, because me, I don't always feel ready. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, well, at least I think I would see myself as a perfectionist. I'm obsessed with growth, with just trying to make sure everything is perfect before I try to do anything. That's why I was emphasizing on, don't try to be perfect if you want to build in public. Don't do it. You just move yourself. Okay. Moving on. So what was I saying?
Your first job.
Yeah, my first job. So
You on
I was
WhatsApp.
saying that she sent a screenshot to me on WhatsApp and then asked me to forward my CV to her. So I sent no, yeah, so I sent it to her, and then she sent it to the person. And immediately the person texted me and said, can I come for an interview the next day? I said, is it like that? So the next day I went for an interview. That was my first physical interview, and I went there and I was interviewed. They looked through my CV, asked me to walk them through my CV, my volunteering role, and all of that. And that person was like, "Oh, you even have certification. That's really nice." I said, "Okay, thank you." So asked me some questions. I'm actually a very confident person. I can be saying something and you just be nodding your head like this. So during the interview, I was really, even me, I was like, yeah, you should reach this level. so so that was how I got it. It was actually a contract role, but it shaped me a lot. I'm very, very grateful for that experience. The pay was not much at first, but after the interview, they said they were going to increase it. That they think the pay is small, and they will increase it. And then I was there for I think 4 months. Yes, 4 months. It was a contract role slash internship. And then I worked with Power BI, worked with Excel, and yeah, that was how I got it. So that's basically true connection. And that would bring me to what I said earlier. If the girl did not know that I was a data analyst, she wouldn't send it to me. She
True.
wouldn't. So make sure that everybody, if you are watching this video, make sure that everybody around you, I preach this a lot. Make sure that everyone around you knows that you are a data analyst, so that when opportunity comes, you immediately come to their head. Thank you.
I like that. So how was your experience there? You took the job. What was the experience like?
Yeah, I took the job and then I worked with Power BI mostly. I was actually working with majorly with one person. So it's not like I was working within a team. I had a line manager and I was the only one that was assigning me tasks and all of that to do. So I actually worked on, I think before I left, I worked on 3 projects, 3 major projects. So the first project was majorly about tracking inventory. Then sales, I worked on the sales project, and the sales project was actually my highlight of the job because it was a project that shook me like this. It really shook me because I had to go out of my way. I was on YouTube back to back. I was trying to learn. I mean, I had to work with. I had to work with. It was actually Power BI, but there was so much more to work with. There were a lot of other features in Power BI that I even did not know when I was learning that I had to work with. So I had to while I was learning while I was actually working on this project. So it's a contract based role. So it's actually majorly project based role. So the experience was actually good. Like I said, it shaped me and it made me work more on my communication skills. Need I say that I was actually even how do I put the word? I will not say contracted, but I was told to teach graduate trainings. Actually, no, management trainings. I was told to teach them data analytics, and I was really happy because I was like, you said go small. So that
I like
experience actually in my head, and I'm really, really good. I met even my boss then. I'm still in communication with him, and I've met a lot of amazing people through that short period of time. I was able to utilize it, I was able to connect, meet people, and it has been an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience, rather.
I like that. Well done. So
Thank
would you
you.
say is replacing jobs or creating new opportunities
Would I
in
say
this?
what?
Can you hear me?
Please come again.
Would you say AI is replacing jobs or creating new opportunities?
Mm. AI cannot replace jobs. AI would rather make you work better, right? Then, I mean, for any organization, for them to use AI, they need somebody to operate it now at the end of the day. So I think AI is creating new opportunities. I mean, we have new AI tools that need to be operated by someone. We have new AI tools that have actually created new job role. I mean, now we have AI automation engineers, right?
Mm.
We have a lot of AI roles. I'm currently learning AI automation, right? So AI automation would not have been in existence if not for AI. So it's creating new opportunities. Maybe it might make some people lose their job. I can't say for a fact, but I believe that if you know how to use AI in your day to day, then you become indispensable, right? That's just the advice I would have for anyone that is thinking AI will take your AI will not take your job. Just make sure that you utilize AI in your job and don't be scared to use AI. I mean, everybody does, even your boss. uses AI. Thank you.
Thank you. I really like how you said it creates new opportunity because AI doesn't replace job, it just replaces routine. So if you're doing something over and over and can make it faster, it does make it faster. Thank you. Okay, before we go, please tell me what was your toughest moment in tech and how did you overcome it?
Hmm. Can we keep that question for later if we have
Uh,
more questions?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
I was going to ask you what is one motivation or advice you would give anybody who is thinking of dabbling into tech in 2026?
Okay. So the first thing I would say is don't leave your job for tech, right? If you want to learn tech, still have your 9 to 5 or still have your role because tech will not give you money instantly. You need time. Just as your regular job needs time for you to get paid or for you to even get the role in the first place. Tech is just the same thing. The only difference is that you are changing field. You are changing the sector you are in. You will still face the same challenges. You still face the same roadblocks and all of that. So if I want to motivate someone that wants to pivot from one field to another, I would say that it's not going to be an easy journey, but with resilience most especially, because the truth is this tech would not give you, it might give you that thrill when you're about to start. Oh, I'm also in tech, I'm also a tech bro, I'm also a tech sis. But at the long run, you might get to a point that you start to hate it. Yes, especially when it starts to get stressful and there is nothing is coming forth, the opportunities are not coming and all of that. So I would want to say that you should give yourself time. I already said this earlier. Give yourself time. Make sure that you continue to learn. Connect with people. You cannot do life alone. Connect with people. Make sure that you are, if you are not in a part of active community, just make sure that you are connecting with people, whether on social media. It has even made life easier for everyone, right? So make sure that you connect with people, because when you start to lose motivation, indirectly or directly, they will be the one to motivate you and keep you up, right? There are sometimes that you will feel really down because it looks like somebody that started before you, or I mean after you, is already getting the opportunity. Now, another thing that I would say is don't measure your progress with someone else's. Just because they are loud about theirs does not mean you are not making progress. Okay. Now, also, don't measure your 6 months journey with somebody's 5 years journey or 6 years journey. It is it is different. They started way earlier because you see that somebody is catching flights because they are in data analytics, or they are being invited to speak publicly. It took a lot of work for them to get to that point. They did not
Mhm.
just start overnight and got to that point. So don't start to measure, because a lot of people compare. I've made this post before. I said, don't compare. Comparison will kill your joy. It will make you feel like you're not making progress. It make you feel like you are not going to make it in life. Don't compare your life with somebody else's. Just make sure that as long as you know within yourself that you're putting in the effort to actually become someone in the field that you've chosen and all of that, as long as you're actually consistent, you are focused, you remain focused, and you connect with people, I believe that sooner or later your breakthrough will come. Just make sure that you don't give up. We don't give up here. We don't. Okay.
That is it here. We don't give up here. Now, if you're thinking about learning data analyst, you should sign up with Amdoranalytics because our next course starts in February 14. And you see all these things she said, we offer it. Okay. Come
Amazing.
have it. Tech,
Amazing.
communication, we have it. So if you don't sign up, you're really done. Okay, Temitaria, are you ready to answer my question now?
Is that the
Mm,
last question?
yeah. Navi, I did it. Answer me.
Okay. Toughest moment was actually not technical. I mean, it was not about data. It was when, I don't want to start saying pity story, but it was when my laptops got stolen, right? And that was actually when I got, this job that I told you about, my first role. Imagine 1 month into the role and the company's laptop and my laptop was stolen from me at the same time on the same day.
Oh no.
So it was tough. At that time, I was teaching, and it got to a point that I had to start teaching from my phone. Can you imagine?
Oh, oh.
So it was really tough. I mean, it was a tough period of my life that I actually do not wish on anyone. Now, why I picked that story is because there might be somebody out there that actually is facing that currently. Might not be, they might not have stolen your laptop, but you might be working with a laptop that shocks you every 5 minutes. Yes, I worked with that laptop before. And and you're like, "Geez, when is all this going to even end? Yeah, I'm tired," and it's tough for you because most times, yeah, the toughest part of a particular journey, especially learning journey, might not be technical. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody will face challenge with working with tools, working with it might be hard, but you will figure it out. But when it comes to life challenges, like maybe the actual thing that you need to use for that particular field or to learn is not actually, you don't actually have access to it, or maybe your environment is not giving you that it's not giving you that leverage, or you just feel like you are stuck. Your breakthrough is coming. That's just what I would say.
Oh, amen, Pastor. You're coming, people. But really and truly, I like how you improvise because you could have easily ended it there. Your laptop was gone. You had every reason, but you continued. And now, look at where you are.
Thank you.
Senior data analyst. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, David Tayo. I really enjoyed having this conversation with you. Thank you for
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you for having me, Joma. And thank you, Amdoranalytics, for having me once again.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have to go now. Bye.
Bye.